The listing was perfect. 5 stars, super host, hundreds of glowing reviews. On-screen text, big, 11:52 p.m., don't turn around. He hadn't told anyone he was awake. He hadn't told anyone he was alone. And the worst part? The host was already dead. This is the story of an Airbnb listing that looked too perfect to be real, and a night shift of messages that shouldn't have been possible. If you ever stay somewhere alone, listen closely, because this starts the same way most nightmares start. With a good deal. Jake Chen, freelance web developer. He booked a 2-week stay in Portland, a historic cottage with exposed brick, Edison bulbs, and that curated cozy vibe people pay extra for. Perfect host, thoughtful, attentive, always available. And that's the first red flag, because the word attentive shows up again, and again, and again. When Jake arrived, the cottage was exactly like the photos. Not similar, exact. Every object placed like it had never been touched, like a museum display pretending to be a home. He did what anyone who's read even one horror story does. Checked the locks, tested the Wi-Fi, scanned the smoke detectors, checked vents, looked behind frames. He didn't find anything, because he was looking for the wrong kind of camera. First night, normal. Work, takeout, sleep. Second night, he noticed the Thai food he left in the fridge was gone. Did I throw it out? No container, no smell, no trash, just gone. It happened until the third night, when something moved that he knew he didn't touch. He woke up at 3:00 a.m. because the room felt crowded, and his laptop was open. Screen on, client dashboard loaded. Jake always shut down his laptop. Battery, security, habit. But now it was open to a project he hadn't told anyone about. The next night, Jake tried to relax. Beer, laptop closed, TV low. Then at 11:52 p.m., his phone buzzed. Host, you're still awake. Just working. Sorry if I'm loud. 3 dots appeared immediately, and the curtains were drawn, door locked, no windows facing him. So how did she know? He searched the cottage again. Smoke detectors, clean. It found nothing. Because the cameras weren't wireless, he stared into the room like he was talking to someone behind a one-way mirror. The blue jacket was brand new, still in a shopping bag when he fell asleep. Now it was hung up like someone had unpacked it for him. While he was sleeping, he didn't sleep. He researched. It appeared on a memorial page. The host, Margaret, had reportedly died years ago, but the Airbnb profile was active, verified, still messaging guests, still collecting 5-star reviews. No, that can't be. And the most recent review was from 2 days ago. Jake called support, asked the question you'd ask if your blood turned cold. One moment, I'm escalating to trust and safety. Mr. Chen, I'm seeing something I don't understand. Host, you're leaving? We had plans. Nope, nope. Host, don't turn around. He didn't. He froze and listened. A soft creak behind him. A chair fabric shift. A camera motor whir, barely audible. Jake's gaze flicked to the hallway mirror, not because he wanted to see behind him. That's a lens. He grabbed his bag and ran to the front door. Locked, deadbolt engaged, like someone had locked it from the outside. Host, you're staying. Then he heard it. Slow footsteps from below. He checked his phone without meaning to. On-screen text, 11:52 p.m. Again, like time snapped back. It was 11:52 again. The clock on the microwave. Jake did the only thing he could do. Looked for proof he wasn't losing his mind. 1 review only. No history. And some of them uploaded photos from inside the cottage. He reverse searched 1 profile picture. It matched a missing person post. Jake hit the window again and again. The film finally tore. He didn't climb. He didn't think. He dove. The house is empty, no one inside, no host, no squatter, and somehow, no attic DVR. Jake moved, changed numbers, stopped using Airbnbs, but some nights, late, his phone would buzz. Host, you forgot your blue jacket. Host, I saved it. For when you come back. The listing, officially removed, kept reappearing. New URL, new photos, same cottage. Still 5 stars. So here's the question. If your host messaged you something impossible, would you leave instantly? Or would you try to prove you're not being paranoid? Comment, leave, or stay. And if you've ever stayed in an Airbnb that felt too perfect, check the corners, because the cameras that watch you aren't always online.